Hello and welcome to Keys to the Crown, presented by Crown Royal. I'm Erin Summers, joined by Marcas fantasy football expert from the NFL Network. All right, we've reached the first 6-team bye of the season. Bills, Chargers, Cowboys, Jaguars, Steelers, and Vikings. That's a lot of people and a lot of really good quarterbacks. Who should we be looking out for in this week?
Well, one quarterback that I would definitely try to get is Sam Darnold. And he had a great start to the season. He sort of slowed down the last couple of weeks, but really does have some good matchups coming up. And hopefully he can kind of get back going again. Part of why we liked him, he was running the ball. He, at one point, led the NFL in rushing touchdowns. So hopefully he can kind of sort of get back to that. Another name that's out there at the quarterback spot would be Carson Wentz, who the last couple of weeks has had some nice weeks. On paper, the matchup against the 49ers doesn't look particularly good, but they've really struggled defensively at times this year. So if you are looking for some quarterback help, those are a couple names that might help get you through the week.
Okay, I didn't hear Jameis Winston on that list. We're going to let that one slide. The Saints are back in action. They're playing Seattle, Monday Night Football. Who are your starts and sits in that one?
Well, if it makes you feel better, I do have Jameis Winston as a sleeper in this game against that Seahawks defense because they are really, really struggling this week. So I do think Jameis is on the radar for anybody that needs quarterback help this week. I would definitely say you start Tyler Lockett. I know people are sort of worried about the Seattle pass catchers without Russell Wilson, but we saw with Geno Smith, he funnels most of his opportunities to either Tyler Lockett or DK Metcalf. So I don't think you really have to worry about the quarterback in this situation. I would say, though, stay away from any Seahawks running backs. They have a lot of injury issues right now. Chris Carson is hurt. Alex Collins got banged up last week. We're still waiting on what his status is going to be. They're having to go very deep in that depth chart, and the Saints have been pretty good against the run. So if you were maybe toying with the idea of starting a Seahawks running back this week, I would say probably think twice.
All right, as I mentioned, there are a lot of people on bye weeks this week. Any other names out there on the waiver wire that we should be looking out for?
I would say keep an eye on AJ Green. We thought maybe he was on the tail end of his career, but he's been revitalized in Arizona and getting a lot of looks from Kyler Murray and what's a very good offense for the Cardinals. Ramondre Stevenson with the New England Patriots is a name to keep in mind. There are a lot of running backs that are going to be on bye this week, so if you need help there, Stevenson's a guy who's getting some goal line work. And I'd also keep an eye out on Devontae Freeman, just because the Ravens' backfield is sort of in flux right now, but they do run the football a lot, and it looks like, depending on the injury situation, Devontae Freeman might be the next man up for Baltimore.
Sounds good. Marcus, thank you so much for joining us. That's Marcas Grant with the NFL Network. I'm Erin Summers, and this has been Keys to the Crown, presented by Crown Royal.